Welcome, everyone, to the Wednesday Night Warriors episode number 22. Halloween Havoc 2020, covering October 28th editions of AEW Dynamite and NXT Halloween Havoc. I am Romeo Anthony alone. I'm joined by my good brother, Chris G. How are you, Chris? I heard there was a big sale in New York today with the Mets.
Perhaps the biggest sale of my 29 years of existence. The New York Mets are finally free from the Wilpon curse. We have a billionaire ready to spend some fucking money. Let's get it. We're about to turn up in blue and orange, baby.
Congrats.
You know what? I said I was going to do that, and it deserves it. Let's get it out the way early. Ooh, ooh, ooh!
Happy Halloween, everybody! Thank you for watching us. Please, friendly reminder, like this video, share this video, subscribe to the True Heel Heat YouTube channel, leave a comment. We're definitely going to want to hear your comments about this. There's a lot to talk about with Halloween Havoc and AEW Dynamite. Where should I start? AEW. Wardlow versus Hangman. Wardlow shined. Hangman wins, of course. Hangman is going to the finals of the AEW World Title Eliminator Tournament. He needed 2 buckshot lariats to defeat Wardlow, which I liked. Good protection of the big man. What'd you think?
Shit, I loved it, man. I think Wardlow is a big, impressive dude. Hangman was the right, opponent for this match. They just matched up really well. It was hard hitting. Hangman sold like a champ for Wardlow, and Wardlow still looks like a beast at the end of the day, so it's a win-win situation.
NXT Halloween Havoc. They've got the Halloween Havoc set. Very nice all around. Shotzi is howling. She was great all night. Really in her element. This fit her perfectly. And had some very nice, fantastic wardrobe changes, if I might add. I popped for Wade Barrett dressing up as Bad News Barrett. Vic Joseph looked like a dweeb as Waldo. And the first match was Priest versus Gargano and North American Championship. Spin the wheel, make a deal. Johnny's gear was fire. Nightmare Before Christmas gear with Candice. I loved it. Pop in the blow-up pumpkin. What a heel. This match was a Devil's Playgrounds match, which is basically anything goes. Pins anywhere, no DQ, no count-out. They brawled throughout the whole set. They made sure to show you the entire set, all the fancy stuff they put together. And then Gargano with the nice DDT jumping off the thing he hates most, the wheel. But when there's a wheel, there's a Johnny Gargano way. You see what I did there? I worked hard on that one. There's interference from someone in a Scream mask. In storyline, the Scream mask person makes sense to be Indy Hartwell, but this physical presence looked more like a guy, more like a man. I'm just going to throw it out there. Austin Theory, maybe? I don't know. He did quit. Gargano is given a prop tombstone to smash over Priest, sending him flying off the set and crashing and burning. Gargano, your first ever 2-time North American champ.
I love the chaos, so I really enjoyed this match. Slashing the pumpkin as soon as you come out. What a dick. Never mind him. What a dick. That pumpkin didn't do anything to you. You didn't deserve that. Assuming that storyline probably is Indy Hartwell. Considering it was a Scream match, I'm going to take a shot in the dark and say it was David Arquette. He's come back to get revenge by killing Halloween Havoc and WCW for good. But
oh boy, that's so bad that it's perfect.
That it's perfect. But other than that, I had no complaints about this match, man. I really liked the destruction that went on.
Another good Moxley promo vignette on Eddie Kingston. And then Kingston on the mic as well. He faces Matt Sydal. I thought this was a missed opportunity to have Matt inspect the turnbuckles for baby oil. It's what I would have done personally. He makes Sydal say he quits. Calls him Moxley. Some very kinky role play going on here. Good heel shit. As he says sorry to Mox as he quits. Fake Mox.
Shit, it was quick. It was to the point. But it was a decent outing, It just furthers the storyline and makes Eddie Kingston look even more like a crazy fuck. So the I Quit match just looks even more intriguing.
Pat McAfee, Oni Lorcan, Danny Burch promo. McAfee is just the annoying, over-the-top asshole personality you just want to punch in the face. He reminds me of somebody. Wait, he reminds me of me. Yeah, me. Pat McAfee reminds me of myself. I love it. I love it. Golden on the mic. He makes sense of everything, tying together all the loose ends in the story. He did get Ridge Holland the car. He bought out Lorcan and Birch too. Kyle O'Reilly interrupts. And then Pete Dunne, the bruiserweight, interrupts to rip to shreds. He has two chairs. He gives one to Kyle, and bam! Heel turn. 4-on-1 beatdown. If this leads to a Dunn versus O'Reilly singles match, I'm ready for that. And we have a new 4-man group in NXT. Oni Lorcan Twitter check. He says in all caps, everybody getting their ass kicked. Oh man, he went from being the loser on NXT to now he's running shit with this 4-man group. This 4-man group, another 4-man group, you know what that means? The weather's getting colder. War games, as William Regal says. Come on.
Yeah, I'm excited, man, because we were trying to find out who that fourth person was gonna be, because we felt it gearing up towards War Games, and now this kind of solidifies that. I am 100% with either Dunn versus Cole or Dunn versus O'Reilly or Dunn versus Strong, even though we've seen that. Whatever, just give us the one-on-one matches. I don't know what the fuck Dunn has been eating, but he needs to send some to Brooklyn, New York, so I can
He's on the salad diet that you're on, the tossing salad diet.
But that's only a Sunday thing, man. We need something that's for the other 6 days of the week. By the way, if you haven't, you watched the Hell in a Cell roundtable.
Yes.
That's where it was.
Must
Too many
see.
roundtables. Too much Mac Jane. Can't remember. Yeah, definitely must see. But no, I'm excited, man. I can't wait.
Young Bucks and FTR have the face-to-face interview from separate locations. Young Bucks say if they don't win at Full Gear, they won't challenge for the tag team championships ever again. Remember, Cody did this once upon a time. And this is so stupid. Did we really need that? This build-up, to me, has been bad. Healing up the Young Bucks, giving them an edge and attitude, only to bring them back to full baby faces, and then to have them be dumb baby faces at that. If I was baby face, I'd never say something like this. No likable reason to add that twist for me. I still want to see the match. I mean, I'm here for the match, but getting to the match for me has been awful.
I beg to differ, my good brother. I think you see the story wrong, because with that edge and that quasi heel feel that the Young Bucks were giving, going back and issuing this challenge to themselves and saying that if they don't win the belts, they'll never challenge for them again, is classic Young Bucks back against the wall. That's when they perform at their best. So they feel like they have to put this challenge on themselves to perform at the absolute best to beat FTR. So I think it makes sense. I think it makes the stakes even higher. They're gonna sell the shit out of Matt's injury, but I mean, shit. Can we see 3/5 or basically 3/5 of the original elite that started AEW not be able to get a world title?
If we do, that's pretty fucking stupid.
I mean, I don't think it's stupid. I think it's them looking out for their guys, saying, "Hey, we don't want the championships. We want you guys to be successful." It sets a good tone. But then, what do you do with the Young Bucks from there?
You book yourself into a corner that you can get out of, but it looks stupid to the viewer. I don't think you need to motivate yourself by taking something away from you like that. Like, do the Knicks ever do this shit? Like, will the Knicks say if we lose this game, we're never gonna play the NBA ever again?
No,
I wish they did. I wish they
lose. They lose. They go out. They get fucked up, and they say, "Hey, we're gonna go outside tomorrow and lose again."
Cameron Grimes, my man, Cameron Grimes. He's scared. Earlier on Twitter in the day, he begged William Regal for the match to be called off against Loomis after Dexter Loomis drew a pic of him decapitated. Wow. William Regal tells him to start the Haunted House of Terror match in the parking lot. And Cameron Grimes knows NXT better than anyone that the parking lot is the most dangerous part of NXT, is where everyone gets kidnapped, attacked, left for dead, all kinds of shit. We see Michael Hayes meeting Cameron Grimes. I didn't know I needed that in my life. I guess it was the hat connection. I don't know. The AEW Town Hall meeting. Will MJF join the Inner Circle? You could talk about this more than me because this was bad. Not funny. Way too long, almost 15 minutes. 2 weeks in a row, Jericho and MJF have let me down huge with big advertised segments that weren't funny at all. Anyway, it'll be MJF and Jericho at Full Gear. MJF is in the Inner Circle if he wins. So this match is coming a lot more sooner than we anticipated at first. You could talk about the segment. I hated it.
Well, shit, it wasn't that bad. I thought it was cool. I mean, it just further. I knew what they were gonna do. It was just gonna tease it more.
Yeah, you did say that.
But I'm glad they set up the match. It was useful because they set up the match. And it's always nice to see Eric Bischoff out there. A nice Eric B. Fucking appearance cameo. Luchasaurus with some nice little comedy in the beginning. I thought he was kind of funny. I don't know. I enjoyed it. I didn't think it was trash.
It wasn't as bad as a steak dinner. You're right. Jake Atlas.
Best thing ever.
Jake Atlas versus Santos Escobar. Escobar with the tribute to Rey Mysterio. Mendoza and Wilde. They're all dressed up as Darby Allin. That's weird. They interfere, of course. They always interfere. Dirty finish. This time with the Stone Lucha mask. The mask with the stones. And Atlas and Escobar capable of a much better match if they have more time. But this wasn't taken very seriously.
I wish they did more. Hopefully this leads to another match, though.
TNT Championship Lumberjack match. Cody versus Orange Cassidy. I thought this was a good match. But that midget, John Silver, ruins it. Attacking Orange Cassidy with the ref's back turned. During this, Arn Anderson takes a shot at Orange Cassidy too. Dirty finish. Cody takes advantage with the Crossroads, and he wins and retains. And now we're getting Orange Cassidy versus John Silver at Full Gear, the buy-in. And I want to say, my oh my, how Orange Cassidy has fallen since winning the Chris Jericho feud. He's on the buy-in now with this midget from the Dark Order. But I thought this was a good match for what it was. Lumberjack matches, not in love with Lumberjack matches on the regular, but...
I'm not a fan of Lumberjack matches either, but this one was good. It made sense because the right guys were out there. Best friends. You had Arn. You had the Dark Order. He's still kind of feuding with Cody. I mean, and a couple other faces, to even it out. Fucking Billy Gunn and his son are now part of the Nightmare family, apparently.
Yes.
And Lee Johnson.
Way to make me not root for the Nightmare family anymore. Let's add some jabronis. Let's do it.
Well, yeah, I don't know where that shit came out of left field. But
they added somebody else too. I don't know his name. I forgot.
Lee Johnson.
Yes. Okay. Do you know more about him than I do?
I believe he's been on AEW Dark. He's all right.
AEW Dark Legend.
Yeah, I wouldn't call him a legend. I think he's a jabroni.
Okay.
But apparently Cody got love for him. But
they needed more black guys in there, I guess.
They only got one person of color. Well, they got Brandy. She counts.
Okay. Yeah, of course. I think Brandy always counts.
Yeah, of course. And I think
continue as yours. Who?
Pharaoh.
Oh my God.
Is that Puerto Rican?
He looks pretty white to me. But...
He's one of those from the northern side of the island. The match was cool though. The chaos. Everybody was on the floor at one point. The suplex off the top ropes onto everybody.
That was an spot.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a good lumberjack match.
The Haunted House of Terror match. Dexter Lumis versus Cameron Grimes. A cinematic match. I see Chris shaking his head. That's a shame. Such a shame because this was awesome. They mocked all the classic horror movies with this, fitting with Loomis's character. He's practically Michael Myers in a sense without the mask. And Cameron Grimes stole the show. He was hilarious. He's traversing through this haunted house looking for his psychotic enemy and is willing to drop everything. He's willing to drop all of that at the mere sight of seeing a titty. Dexter Loomis's sister, who he thinks is in the shower, and he's ready to fuck. He's ready to fuck this, and she turns into a demon. Oh my god. There's zombies, there's Walking Dead. Great visual effects, really impressive actually. Loomis looked like a badass. He looked like the fucking monster heel from all the horror movies. The second part of the match, which they cut off, and they do the second part of the match later on. Cameron Grimes is running through the streets while sobbing to the CWC, which is an entire mood for 2020 in and of itself. The second part of the match in the ring I thought was not really necessary. Loomis wins, of course. And I thought this was brilliantly produced, minus the second part. Didn't need the part in the ring. You should have just kept it all in the haunted house and left it there and had it finished there. Chris, tell us how bad this was.
You know what? When you think of it like that, visually, it wasn't that bad. But I was so disappointed because I envisioned Dexter Loomis more of like a Jack Nicholson from The Haunting. Psychotic eyes, fucking, without saying anything, just chase you down, you know? They could have did so much. The titty part was hilarious. Cameron Grimes was great throughout the whole thing. I mean, but they could, the zombies, really? Fucking zombies, man. And I love zombies, but you don't make zombies with wrestling. I don't know. That shit felt too, like, pokey to me, too tacky. I wasn't digging it, man. You could have they could have went like a comedic route with this shit, considering you got Cameron Grimes over the top, scared and shit like that. Could have been fucking Pat Patterson in the shower. That would have been great. That would have been funny. Just off the top, some
you really gotta put that image in my head? Oh.
Yeah, well, you would have remembered it. You're not gonna remember a fucking zombie in a. You're gonna be like, ugh, this fucking zombie chased him.
Pat Patterson in the shower is not gonna make me go,
Ugh. It's gonna make me laugh. Fucking Pat Patterson. Imagine that. But the second part wasn't really needed, even though I kind of enjoyed the little match for what it was. I just didn't dig the whole zombies. It threw me off, man. I didn't really enjoy it that much.
It's Halloween. Will you get in the Halloween spirit, Chris?
Oh, it's fucking 2020. This COVID shit kind of drained that out of me. Sorry. Oh. Sorry.
Halloween is canceled. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Halloween's my favorite holiday, and I can't fucking celebrate it this year because of COVID. Sorry. Not in the spirit.
Daddy still loves you, Avery. But Halloween is canceled.
No. Still do something for the kids, of course. You have to do something for the kids.
Serena Deeb is the new NWA Women's Champion, and she's getting more shine and attention on AEW than their own Women's Champion. She is facing Layla Hirsch. Layla Hirsch has quite the look, by the way. Let me see that. Deeb, she wins this. To me, she's a little bit of a downgrade from Thunder Rosa, who was previously in the spot. I wish, I know that's NWA's booking, but AEW is like booking themselves into a corner here by having the NWA here, and then now they got something less than what they had before. It's kind of weird. It's a weird dynamic. Anything you want to say about this?
I mean, the match was cool. Serena's good. It is a step down from Thunder Rosa, but we don't know where she's going yet. So
I like Layla.
Layla is good. She was impressive. So, I mean, they need more matches like this. They need to build that roster. So hopefully they keep these women around.
Speaking of women, Rhea Ripley, also with some cool Halloween themed gear. She's facing Raquel Gonzalez. She beats Raquel with the Riptide. Hard fought match. I was impressed with both of them. I think maybe a little more with Rhea for some reason. I just thought she pulled out some stuff that we haven't seen from her before. And Raquel had her moments. I still got to see more from Raquel to know she can keep hanging with this women's division.
Shit, honestly, I mean, I already kind of expected Rhea to like pick Raquel up, but Raquel kind of held her own. Like, this was a very physical. It's very rare you get two big, athletic, beautiful, brutal, strong, physical women like against each other in WWE or AEW or anywhere for that matter. So to see this match, it was really good. And Raquel, this was her first like big match, and I thought she did good. I think that she looked good. I think she showed she can hold her own, even though she was in there with Rhea, and Rhea could have a match with a fucking mop.
She learned that from Charlotte too. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, I was gonna say you learned that from Saturn.
That's a good point too. I like that. Penta versus Omega, also AEW World Title Eliminator. At first, I thought Kenny wasn't taking Penta seriously, wrestling in his shirt, but it was just a good troll job. Underneath the shirt, he had the AAA Mega Championship, the title he won from Phoenix, Penta's brother. What a dick! This match was brilliant. It was properly given the time it deserves. Penta with the Destroyer on the ramp, oof. But Omega wins it with the One-Winged Angel. And finally, we have reached the match at Full Gear. Omega versus Hangman. I can't wait.
Yeah. I mean, we all knew it was building to this, but the fact that they put on a hell of a match, and fucking we're seeing it's like a new side of Kenny. Penta's going to be Penta, of course, have a good match with anybody. It's just shit. It was really good. I don't know if it was better than the first one they had, but
no.
But this one felt more important, so it was shit. Top notch. Top notch.
Io versus Candice LeRae. Spin the wheel, make the deal. Io take it to the ring by Poppy. Unstoppable team. Poppy equals ratings. They spin the wheel, and it's tables, ladders, and shit in your mouth. No, it's tables, ladders, and scares. A TLS match. There were some chairs too, so basically it was a TLC match. But there were some severed limbs being used. That's the scares. Fun match. Crazy bumps for both. I got a little worried for Candice holding her shoulder and shaking her hand. Apparently she's okay. She's just really great at selling. The Scream Mask comes back again, trying to help Candice climb the ladder. Shotzi stops the mystery person, and electric chair drops them on some chairs. Io then pushes Candice from the top of the ladder onto a ladder set up on the outside. She goes knees first. Ouch. And Io grabs the belt and wins. These two, just wow, incredible.
They have really good chemistry. Every time they have a match, it's pure chaos. The spots were crazy. The table spots, the fucking ladder spot looked crazy. I thought Candice broke her leg, but she looked fine afterwards. I don't know what or who can beat Io at this point. You have to just fucking abduct her and put her in a trunk and leave her somewhere and just hope she doesn't show up. Ripley. But yeah, it was a really good match. I loved it. I can't lie. Besides the interference.
Yeah. Do you think that's the same person from earlier? David Arquette?
No, not anymore. No, it's definitely Indy.
Quick hits for both shows. Feel free to comment on anything I say here quickly. The clock is ticking on Will Hobbs to join Team Taz. Miro and Kip beat up the best friends backstage. Shawn Spears, being 14-2 in 2020, says everything you need to know about how disastrous a year this has been. He beats some jabroni easy, and Spears gets heckled by a bull in costume in the crowd, and it's Scorpio Sky who beats him up after taking off his bull head. Ciampa with a very short fire promo, I thought, on the old NXT and the new guard trying to come in. I loved it. And Drake Maverick, dressed as Hulk Hogan, was hugged by the Giant and the Yeti. They didn't go full hump like 1995. They made sure to keep it somewhat PG. Also, Killian Dane was dressed as a Shockmaster. Very nice.
I like the Hogan and Drake. He did a good Hogan impersonation.
Halloween Havoc 1995, one of the greatest pay-per-views I've ever seen. Make sure you watch it. We did a true rewind on it. I'm lying. That was not one of the greatest pay-per-views I've ever seen. But still funny if you're in the Halloween spirit. Check it out. The ratings are in. AEW, 781,000 viewers, up 3%. NXT, 876K, up 36%. NXT breaks the head-to-head streak 11 weeks in a row. The streak is over. But AEW does win the 18-49 demo, 0.32 to 0.25. The 0.25 for NXT is up 50%. AEW is leading the ratings war, of course, 44 to 11 to 1. You're not shocked by that ratings, are you?
No, they promoted Halloween Havoc, so I figured they were gonna win or be close.
Match of the night. I'm going to go the TLS match, Candice versus EO. And I thought a close second was Kenny and Penta.
You know what? I'm gonna agree with you, because as much as I like that Kenny and Penta match, that Candice EO match was pure chaos, and I loved it.
MVP of the night. Well, I actually have 4 MVPs. Cameron Grimes made me crack up. Shotzi Blackheart was amazing in a role. Johnny Gargano, 2-time North American champion. And Candice LeRae, I just think the effort, the bump she took. It's a shame that a lot of her career is tied up to that piece of shit, Joey Ryan. It's a shame. It's a shame. It really is.
It's true. It's true.
Who's your MVP?
My MVP is actually Raquel. I thought I think she looked good. I think she showed that she can hang, and she deserves to be, have the spotlight on her a little bit. So hope good things are in her future.
Jabroni of the night, I have a couple. First of all, the whoever is in the Scream mask in the EO Shotzi match, they failed, and the EO Candice LeRae match, they failed. Shotzi beat their ass. I'm gonna find out who this is. I hope it's not a fucking endless mystery. So whoever was in the Scream mask, I'll replace them with the name later. And I'm gonna have the Young Bucks. I know Chris tried to make an excuse for that stupid stipulation. I'm not buying it. I hate it. Hate that you would do that to yourselves. Who is your jabroni or jabroni?
It was tough because both shows were good, but that fucking.
Oh, you're in a good mood tonight?
Yeah. But who the guy that got beat up by who gets beat up by fucking Shawn Spears in two moves?
Bro, he was so meaningless. I didn't even bother to write his name.
I think his name was like VKS VHS.
And the audacity to call yourself by 3 letters. Like, what are you, Triple H?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Fucking
RVD? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. They should have just called him Jabroni Jones.
You always make my job tough, Chris. When I have to calculate this, I have to go back now and find out what the fuck his name was.
I think it's VSK.
Show of the night. For AEW, Orange versus Cassidy. Orange versus Cody was good, but shit finish. Penta versus Omega, pretty good. Make sure you watch that. Everything else to me, skippable. NXT resurrected Halloween Havoc and made it feel like Halloween Havoc, a good Halloween Havoc, not a bad Halloween Havoc. I could watch the show every Halloween, entertaining throughout, and I was howling in laughter. A mini takeover quality show, I thought. Who was your show of the night? You have picked AEW 14 weeks in a row. Is the streak going to continue, or will it end?
As much as I enjoyed Halloween Havoc, because it was good. It was a good show. That fucking House of Terrors match, man, killed me. It killed my heart, because I thought they could have done so much more, or took a different route. I wasn't feeling it. So for that, it's gonna be 15 weeks in a row. AEW Dynamite.
That is a shame.
It was a good show.
Chris. That is
it was a good show.
Because
the OC Cody match, the Omega Penta match, the Hangman Wardlow match, Kingston bringing that heat. The Town Hall was good, I thought. You're
gonna be really sad what I have to say, because we put up the poll, and you, the viewers, voted on the group True Heels. He voted a tie, 15 to 15 votes, so nobody wins this week. And on the Wednesday Night Warrior scoreboard, it's AEW 15-5 with now 2 ties. 2 ties. Terrible.
That's what I'm talking about.
Although I should take away Drunk Guy JJ's vote, because I'm pretty sure he didn't even watch NXT. But whatever. we'll let
That's
it
fine.
stick around. So, jeez, I hate ties. I hate ties. It's like kissing your sister. Not like it's like kissing Dexter Loomis's sister.
Nah, I'm good. I wouldn't kiss her with your mouth, pal.
Chris, where can the fine folks find you?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at TrueHeal, Chris G. You could find me on the occasional roundtable. And you could also find me on Joints and Jabronis. There should be an episode out soon. And yeah, that's about it. True Toxicity. New podcast out there too. Gotta plug that one time. That's about it.
And you can find me at the Pride of NY on Twitter and Instagram. True Rewind every Monday or Tuesday here on the True Heel Heat YouTube channel. Let me try to think. What do we have this week? This week it'll be the January 8th editions of Raw Nitro, and some guy named the fucking Ringmaster makes his debut. I don't know who the hell that is. Hopefully he looks like a decent young prospect. We'll see. Okay.
I heard he can't talk. He needs a microphone.
He needs a mouthpiece. Teddy DiBiase, yeah.
It's gonna be a mechanic.
We thank you for watching this edition of the Wednesday Night Warriors. By the way, did you hear the good news? We're going to be on True Heel Heat episode 100. Ooh, man, that's going to be a big one. That'll be in a couple of weeks. Make sure you check that out.
So
thank you.
You guys better be there.
Thank you for watching. We'll see you here next week on the Wednesday Night Warriors. Happy Halloween.